Welcome back everyone, and if you're new to the channel, welcome. In this video, I'm going to be showing you how you can farm unlimited bomb flowers, as well as several other items. This is confirmed to be working in every version from 1.0.0 to 1.1.2. Now to do this, we're just going to need a couple of things. You'll need either the Majora's Mask or the Bokoblin Mask, and you'll need a stake and a homing cart. Now, if you don't have either of the masks, the Majora's Mask can be found down here at the Floating Coliseum, just northwest of the Great Abandoned Central Mine. And the Bokoblin Mask can be acquired right here, north of Pico Pond, just northeast of Hyrule Field. This is where you'll find Kilton and Colton and start their quests. And through that first step, you'll be able to get the Bokoblin Mask right here. This is the easier of the two to get, and my recommendation if you don't have either. And then for the devices, just above the Typhlo Ruins here, you can come to this dispenser and get homing carts. And if you need stakes, you can come down here toward Gerudo Canyon Pass, and this dispenser will have them for you. Now, once you have all of that, then we're going to come down over here to the Akala Highlands, and we're going to come to the East Akala Plains, just east of the chasm. And you're going to want to head to right where I have this chest marked. And once you're here, you're going to see a group of bokoblins sitting on top of a stone talos. And we're going to want to go over and kill all but one of them. You want to leave either this one on the left side or that one on the right side. I recommend leaving this one, because this guy on the left has a tendency to get in the way when you try and kill the Talos. So we're going to go over and we're going to kill all of them. And my recommendation for this is to use a rocket on a shield, so you can get up above and just snipe them all. And just be careful with a multi-shot on the last one, because you don't want to hit the wrong one. I'm just going to come up here and finish this off real quick. Whoops. Helps if I hit the right buttons. Alright, we're going to get rid of this first. Because, of course, there wants to be a thunderstorm right as I'm trying to do all of this, making it that much more difficult. Alright, so now I'm just going to quickly take care of him. And now, just the guy with the bombs is left. He's going to probably attack you. Now, if he runs over and he picks up a bow, like this one did, don't worry about it, it's not a big deal. Most other people will tell you that you need to disarm him with like shock fruit or something before the next part, but you don't need to do that, and I'll explain why while I do it. So once we have this guy, then you want to equip one of our disguise masks. Like I said, Majora's Mask or Bokoblin Mask, either will work just fine. And you'll notice that he doesn't really care anymore because we're already, or at this point, because we're already in combat. So what we need to do is make a save, and then we're just going to load that save. And this is going to reset his AI, which will completely de-aggro him from us, and this will also set him back to the state that he's supposed to be in. Meaning, because he doesn't spawn with a bow, he's not holding that bow, which is why we don't need to disarm him before we do that. Otherwise, you're just wasting time. So once we have this guy and we're nice and friendly with him, we want to take out our stake and our homing cart. And we're just going to grab the homing cart, fuse it to the top of the stake. He's going to get a little spooked by you building stuff, but that's fine. And then I like to put it up on the hill, just because it gets it higher up. And then stick it just the tip of the stake in the ground, so it's got some nice elevation. And now, decide where you want to be while you're doing this. because he'll follow you around right now, so you can dictate where you're going to do this. Make sure that there's no rock in the immediate vicinity that it can pick up. So once we have him in a nice position where we want him, and there's no boulders or small rocks nearby that he can grab, we're just gonna turn on the device. And then he's gonna look at this thing like it's an enemy, and he's just gonna start hurling bombs at it. So we can come up right next to him, and you'll see that when he grabs one, the name of the item pops up in his hand. And when you see that, you just press A, and you can snatch it right out of his hand before he throws it. And because his supply is unlimited, that means your supply is unlimited. Just make sure that you're not pressing A before the name of the item shows up on screen. Otherwise, you'll take them out of his backpack, and that is a finite supply. Once those run out, he'll start throwing rocks, and you'll have to reset the whole thing. Now, as I said in the beginning, this should work with any bokoblin that's wearing a backpack like this. So any one of them that's carrying around any item should work the exact same way. Just get them alone in disguise, set up a homing cart up on a stake, and turn it on, and they should just sit here and endlessly throw, letting you farm to your heart's content. Now, that's pretty much going to do it for this glitch. Or, not so much a glitch, this is rather a clever use of game mechanics than a glitch. But if you accidentally kill both of the bomb bokoblins in the process of setting it up, or you mess up the timing a few times and he empties his backpack, say you just, you mess it up and now he's digging for rocks, and now this isn't working for you. You can force a blood moon to reset him and try it again. So I'm going to show you how to do that real quick, if you haven't already seen another video on that, just so you have everything in one place. So you'll just come to the Tanagar Canyon West Cave, right over here, and once you're here, just follow the path that I take through the back of the cave. I highly recommend that when you go through these rock walls, you don't destroy all the rocks, because they're very important for making the glitch work. In particular, we're going to be using the big blue wall at the end. So you can come through this way, and it'll lead you to the shrine, so that way you can get back earlier. And then once you're in here, we just want to run out, back into this room. We're going to climb up on this pillar, jump back, pull out our multi-shot bow, and I'm going to fire one opal at this wall. Now, depending on what version you're on, you might need to fire more opal. I'm on 1.1.0, so I'm on the least optimized version, so I only need one. If you're on 1.1.1 or the newer version, you might need to fire like 4 or 5. This does not work for 1.0.0 though. You can't force a blood moon like this if you're on base version, unfortunately. And after you've done that, if you come back, all of them will be right back where they were, and you can just try again. But that's going to do it for this one. If this video helped you out, do me a favor and leave it a like. It really does help. And subscribe to the channel for more.